but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest, and it's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global marketplace meets hometown values, where Americana isn't just a tradition, it's a way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest, and it's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community.
All right, everyone, let's bring all that festive talk and merriment to an end and start our meeting. Will you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? We could do our roll call.
Member Gore. Here. Mayor Bonta.
Here.
Member Kressel. Here. Attorney Elwood. Here.
Did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes, and is there a motion on them?
Motion to approve the minutes from December 4th. I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Staff reports. Dan, you're always pretty cool, but if you could be kind of quick because of the RDC thing.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, well, I got all kinds of stuff to. No, just kidding. Well, obviously, store's been going okay, other than when we had the rain a few Sundays ago. Then it was kind of a crazy day. But we had quite a bit of rain in a short amount of time. Our leaf vacs. We have a problem. They didn't put strong enough tensile strength on the bolts that go into an impeller, and it sheared them. So we got, right now, 2 leaf vacs down. They were supposed to come today and look at one, but I was busy, so I didn't get a chance to see if they showed up or not. And then once we get them back, then we're going to send the other one down. It has to go back for some recall stuff, and then they're going to change the bolts out on that one. So they got a tensile strength of 1. I think we need like a 5. So anyway, so that's about it. Any questions? Thanks.
Thank you. That's the spirit, Dan. All right. Tracy, was there anything, or you're not on the next one? Okay, yeah. All right, so that'll get us to new business. We have the BJ's Wholesale Club variance request. Someone here to speak on that? Oh, please come up. I won't rush you. I can rush Dan, but if you need your time, take your time.
I don't know if I could beat that. Well, Happy New Year to you all. My name's Brett Hickey. I'm with Kimley Horn and Associates. We serve as civil engineering consultant for BJ's on this development. Just some background of kind of where we're at today. We're working with both the city planning on site plan review. So we have some outstanding comments with them to address. Portion of that review includes stormwater reviews with the city engineer. So this development, I don't know if you all are familiar with location. It's on the southwest corner of US 6 and Airport Road, just next to Coles, so just west of Coles. It's part of back in 2006, there was a phase 1 for airport crossings, which is the planned development there today. So BJ sits within that planned development. As part of phase 1, there was a construction of an existing detention pond, which you all have probably driven by. It's at the northwest corner of that property where BJ sits. So that pond was designed and permitted back in 2006. We've gotten as-built and record drawings from the city of that pond. So we've done our due diligence and kind of tried to understand. There's a lot of complexities, I guess, with how that original development was designed, which has led us to kind of where we are today. So from our understanding, that pond was designed to capture flow from Coles and those 3 outlots that were constructed as part of phase 1, as well as accept flow for future development. So BJ's would be a part of that. However, what we've found is since code has been revised since 2024, that pond today is not up to, I guess, city code, city standards. So what our proposal thus far has been to include new detention systems on the BJ's lot itself. So there's a mixture of both an above-ground basin on BJ's lot and an underground detention system on BJ's lot, which actually drain to that existing detention pond. So what that does is it helps the functionality of that existing detention pond while also not impacting any of the existing properties that are draining to it. So we're almost like double detaining from a simple engineering perspective. So the 2 variances that we're seeking, one is to utilize underground detention. BJ's has very high parking demands, so they have found that there's more value in parking spaces than stormwater detention. So not just in Portage, but in other developments that they've been doing, they do these underground detention just to save on development space. And the second variance that we're requesting is relief on the allowable release rate. That is the current 2024 Portage code. Part of that is because we are tied to the existing detention basin. What our design allows is it improves the capacity and improves the functionality of that existing basin today by utilizing 2 detention ponds on BJ's site, which maybe is over-designed, even that, because there is an existing pond today. But those are, I guess, the reasons we're here today are for those 2 variance requests from the board.
Thank you very much. Do you have we have any comments on our engineering side?
Yeah. Is that better than the other guy? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, Tom, I know you got this, but just in case, let's,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, what Brett says is correct. There's an existing detention basin that was designed for that development, but it was designed prior to our current standards. What they propose actually is a good design. They will be releasing from the BJ site less water than comes off that site right now in its pre-developed state. That will do 2 things. Again, it's less water that goes into that existing pond, but it also reduces the normal pool level of that pond. So the water level in that pond over time will decrease because of the reduced flow that goes into it. And then the underground detention, the way our standards are written, it really gets looked at on a case-by-case basis. And so we again, support the underground detention. It makes sense on this site.
Commenda, was there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I got one real quick. I just want to bring this to the attention of the board is, obviously that water right now goes into that field, from the northeast and then flows down south. And the only problem is eventually something's gonna have to be done with that because they have a lot right next to BJ's that's gonna be, the developer's gonna develop sooner or later. But that water's gonna have to go somewhere because that will come right down into the next, development. So sooner or later, something's gonna have to be done with that. So, I just wanna make the board aware of that before they make their decision.
Mr. Cherry, do you want to come up?
So our discussion with,
And if I understand it, when you talk about that area, Dan, are you referring to the area that is also part of the same development or the same developer?
Developer, yes.
So the developer has to eventually handle, or we have to handle water moving to another part of the developer's property when the developer wants to develop that spot.
Correct, and we're hoping that we can maybe put a pipe into the US 6, make NDOT give us a permit to do that, then that would solve all the problems.
Not to say that it's always important, but it's always great when it's at least the same landowner and we're not pushing water onto somebody else. So I just wanted to make sure that was said for the record. But you go ahead, Tom.
when we met, John Hannon agreed that right now this is appropriate as far as the BJ's development, but we are going to keep an eye on, dust off some old plans and figure out a permanent solution as that development moves west. And as we move and develop Veterans Parkway all the way to the west boundary. So we are going to keep our eyes on that and work with Simon along with the development of that property, so.
Cool, thank you. Any other questions from the board?
Underground storage, what is,
Currently, we have spec'd like a concrete vault that holds 80,000 cubic feet of stormwater. So there's manufacturers out there. The one that we use in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland is Storm Trap. So there's two systems. You sometimes use CMP pipe. This project proposes a Storm Trap concrete system, which is just more durable, slightly more costly though, but that's what BJ's is wanting to do. We have details on our engineering plans that show that system. I've shared that with the city, but could also follow up after this if you'd be curious to look at that.
Any other questions or motion?
motion to approve the two variances?
I second the motion to approve the two variances.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gets us to the 2026 engineers contract. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
I assume this is going to go well. It'll be really awkward. You answer all those questions and that.
That would be really weird, yeah. Anyway, we've presented contracts for Stormwater Board Engineer for 2026. Essentially, the content of the contracts is a change. There are some differences in the rates. We have not raised our rates since originally in 2024, so this actually indicates a 10% rate increase, which equates to 70% of what our private clients are charged.
From a legal perspective, review matched what was said?
Yes.
Motion to approve?
I second.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.
And that gets us to, oh, I think there's a typo with these Roman numerals, and that's okay. That's a 4, but it's the 3. It's okay. Selling land off of Willow Creek Road back to the prior owner. Mr. Rathjen, good to see you.
I will be quick. Not as quick as Dan, but I'll be quick. We have a parcel of land on Willow Creek, down in the Sterling Creek development that was acquired by this board back when both boards were together in 2012. I'm not familiar with the project, why it was purchased, but the project never happened. And it kind of messes up the current landowner's property, so we're looking to try to get that sold back. Worked with Ken's office, found a item in the IC code to purchase, or for selling the property, disposing of the property to adjacent landowners. So that's the process we will be using. So today I need permission to advertise this parcel on the board, or on your website, I'm sorry. Need the board to grant permission for, only gets advertised on the website. Except, we used to have to advertise them in the newspaper. This one goes only on the website under the new code. So, and it's adjacent landowners purchasing. So I'll need permission to do that. There will be some direct letters mailed to the adjacent landowners as well. So we'll have a little bit of expense on that. And we're going to have a minimum bid of $30,000 on the land. Since it's under 50, as a broker, I went out and evaluated it, and I think that's a fair price for it. And also to do that, I also realized that, being 2026, that I don't have an agreement with this board anymore either. So I submitted an agreement, the same agreement we use for the Board of Works, and I just made it, instead of making it just by project, I made it for the year and submitted that to Ken earlier today, which he responded on.
Any other questions or a motion?
Why was this bought originally?
I don't know, unfortunately, I don't know, I wasn't around then.
Ken, do you know any?
I do.
Oh, Dan, why don't you come up and let us know?
Okay. At one time, we were going to do something with that ditch and try to improve it because of the issue we have on Willow Creek during heavy rains. And we were going to try to get part of that all the way up the ditch and put a pond at one time up there, but then that got kind of kicked to the curb. So we only ended up buying that one piece, and we never purchased anything else.
It's safe to say the rest isn't really available.
No, because eventually, hopefully, we get with the county and get all the other stuff down south.
So it's a leftover piece of an earlier plan for a thing I know you care about and I care about, but yeah.
I do have an aerial map of it if you want to see it.
No, I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
The one question I had for you, Dan, was that culvert holds water on Willow Creek Road all the time. There's always a pond of water there. Can we do anything with removing that culvert so that water will drain off into that ditch?
Well, the problem is I wanted to remove that before, but that is actually going to be the egress for Kingman Road eventually to go to the east. That is actually a planned thoroughfare. Correct, Tom? Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's a planned thoroughfare. That's actually going to be Kingman Road. So that, because I wanted to do that, because I talked to, oh my gosh, what's the guy's name? Lino. Because at one time I wanted to take that out and put another entrance up on Sterling Creek, but then I found out I couldn't do that. Kingman. Yeah, so.
Motion to approve the advertising and also your contract?
I'll second that motion.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thank you.
I heard you. We have the claims. Did everyone have a chance to take a look at them?
Make a motion to approve the claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any other matters to come before the board?
Yeah, I got one thing. This is,
go ahead.
if you see the paperwork I put down, yes.
I had a feeling you were coming with it, yeah.
Yeah, this balances out my 2025 budget. The only action I really need, because everything else in the 100s, 200s, and 300s, I took care of it inside that particular section of the budget. So I don't have to worry about any action there. But the action I do need is on the last page where I'm taking money from the 200s to put them into the 400s to balance a couple of my line items in the 400s. So I just need the board's approval to move the money from the 200s to the 400s.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, any other matters? Or is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you.